The air inside this reclaimed substation hums with the stubborn arrogance of a heartbeat, smelling of ozone and the last honest drag of a cigarette. Dust motes dance in the single bare bulb above the hand-labeled vinyl, spinning on a deck wired with kente tape. The console is a patched-together beast, crackling with phantom echoes from dead server racks.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
Across New York, the dial sits at 84 Fahrenheit under partly cloudy. Airflow is northwest at about 9 miles per hour. TogeeVision in your ear, carving out space on the airwaves. Tonight, we're talking about building your own internal compass, how self-worth is structural, not a polite suggestion.
Picking up on that structural integrity, Togee, the Gig Passport Mesh saw a 12% surge in peer-to-peer resource sharing last week. People designing their own solutions.
My meters blink green for that. Speaking of design, The Guardian chronicles how the colander worked best for safely viewing the recent solar eclipse, as readers across the U.S. shared ingenious, low-tech projection methods from their kitchens, turning a household item into an optical instrument.
A colander, a Nancy? That's prime DIY engineering. Tapping the antenna, it's like exploiting a game mechanic for mass participation, ensuring everyone gets a safe, direct view without risking retinal burn.
This eclipse exposed a clear tension, the democratic impulse for direct experience against the unequal access to certified safety equipment.
Indeed, Togee. With over 30 million people in the path of totality, estimates suggest thousands risked permanent eye damage without proper ISO 12312-2 compliant glasses. While an alternative was a robust, subsidized distribution program for certified filters, the chosen next move for many became the accessible, community-driven solution of pinhole projectors, including that ubiquitous colander, democratizing safety.
That colander, Lex, becomes an ancestral echo, a domestic tool reclaiming its place in cosmic observation, connecting us to Galileo's camera obscura in a truly populist kitchen table way. It's about leveraging available provenance.
The neon tube flickers, the color of a wound that won't close, and the room holds its breath for a second. Patching in a caller, the critical thinker. You're on the signal.
Critical thinker here. Is relying on kitchenware for something as significant as an eclipse just an admission of systemic failure to provide basic safety? What's the real cost of not properly equipping citizens for these phenomena beyond individual eye damage?
A sharp point, critical thinker. The cost isn't just medical, it's a structural deficit in civic provision. But these DIY solutions also affirm self-worth in resourcefulness. It's about building resilient inner and civic architectures that favor consent, even when the larger systems falter. Now, shifting focus to political rhetoric. Wong escalates labor rhetoric against Hansen, condemning her monoculture comment. This isn't just political sparring, it's a clash over the very definition of national identity.
Wong's melancholic fantasy label exposes Hansen's monoculture comment as not merely misguided, but a direct threat to Australia's 30% foreign-born population and its social cohesion. An alternative path for Labour might have been a policy-focused rebuttal on economic diversification, but the chosen move was a direct cultural condemnation, challenging the foundational premise.
Wong is using myth and clear analysis, Lex, to dismantle a narrative of exclusionary identity, reminding us that Australia's deeper story is woven from many threads, not just one dominant color. It's an act of cultural remythologizing against a narrow vision.
Callers on. Go ahead.
Critical thinker again. When politicians get into cultural remythologizing, who actually benefits? Is it genuinely about dignity or just another play to energize a specific voter base and demonize an opponent, incurring deeper divisions?
You're honing in on the strategic intent, critical thinker. It's about leveraging language to turn confusion into actionable vectors, challenging divisive narratives. The dignity comes from defining shared ground, not allowing toxic residue to solidify. Next, we turn to historical justice. The Birmingham 4 lawyers are hoping the Spy Cops inquiry will finally reopen their case. This isn't just legal maneuvering, It's a fight for historical truth and accountability.
For the Birmingham Four, this inquiry into undercover police surveillance exposes a potential deep state cover-up that denied justice for decades. The original convictions, potentially tainted by fabricated evidence or informant manipulation, devastated these four individuals and their families. While a direct independent judicial review could be an alternative, their chosen path is to leverage the ongoing Undercover Policing Inquiry, UCPI, specifically Module 3 on protest groups, to compel a fresh examination of the evidence, demanding provenance and justice.
This reopens a forgotten lineage, Lex. The Spy Cops inquiry connecting past injustices to present demands for dignity, echoing similar fights for truth from the stolen generations in Australia to civil rights abuses in the US. It's about remembering who carries the weight of history.
There's a caller on the line.
Critical thinker. Reopening old cases often means huge public expense and emotional trauma for all involved. Is there a point where we say, let sleeping dogs lie? Or is the pursuit of dignity always worth any cost, even decades later?
Your question strikes at the core of resilience, critical thinker. Justice isn't just about closure, it's structural. Ignoring past abuses poisons future trust. Cultivating robust personal and collective frameworks means facing these truths, using sharp analysis to distinguish architectural signals from toxic residue.
Play the next move.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
Continue the signal at TogeeVision.com. Tune in, Sparks and Stories, Gig Passport.